Madam President, given this historical context of the conflict and its root causes, it is striking to see that neither a military solution nor the scapegoating of Rwanda will provide a lasting solution to this crisis. In 2013, an attempt to end this conflict by way of arms did not hold for long, leaving us to deal with the same issues over again. One cannot repeat the same process expecting different results. The security and governance failures of the DRC led to the mushrooming of illegal armed groups. We count more than 250 armed groups. Chief among them is the FDLR, but we count also the Islamic State-linked ADF, various Mai and ethnically charged violent band of thugs, all roaming across Eastern DRC and causing havoc and mayhem. Despite numerous initiatives to resolve this situation, the lack of political will by DRC authorities to resolve the underlying root causes of the conflict brought us to the concerning security and humanitarian situation we witness today. In addition, Madam President, this midterm report highlights the importance of ownership by all parties in the peace process. So far, the international community and the DRC has failed to comprehensively ensure the protection of Congolese citizens, especially Congolese Tutsi populations who are being ethnically cleansed by armed groups, part of the coalition that MONUSCO supports. The report also highlights incidents that targeted innocent civilians. Rwanda takes this opportunity to reiterate its firm condemnation of the recorded attacks, including those against IDP camps, who were put at great risk by the presence of heavy weaponry in the vicinity of the camps, as documented by international organizations like Doctors Without Borders. Rwanda condemns with the same strength the attacks that claim the lives of UN peacekeepers. Such events are of grave concern. Madam President, I wish to clarify that Rwanda has never been opposed to any multilateral forces in Eastern DRC. On the contrary, Rwanda supported the East African Community Regional Forces efforts. However, it is important to recall that these efforts were undermined by the DRC government as they were not seen as offensive enough, despite having achieved great results, including the withdrawal of M23 by more than 70% and the ceasefire between the warring parties. In an effort to secure a more offensive force, the DRC government called upon SADC countries to intervene. In light of this, it is easy to agree that SAMI DRC is far from being neutral. In fact, it has even coalesced with ethnically charged illegal armed groups like the FDLR, acting under the guise of FARDC. It is well known that FARDC operates and is embedded with FDLR and provides military, financial, and other support. This support to the FDLR poses a great threat to Rwanda's security, sovereignty, and territorial integrity. FDR is a threat to Rwanda and the Great Lakes region at large in its renewed capacity to cause harm, thanks to the support it receives from DRC's highest authorities, which even vowed to cause regime change in Rwanda. FDR also causes a great threat to regional stability because of its dangerous genocidal ideology, a cancer which has taken deep roots within the Congolese population. This results in the current ethnic cleansing and hate speech against Congolese Tutsi that the UN Special Advisor for Genocide Prevention, member states here are present, and many other observers have called out. This must be taken seriously. In view of these facts, Madam President, Council members, it is concerning that the UN Security Council would consider supporting such a force under Resolution 2717 of 2023. Rwanda appeals that the UN thoroughly examined the SAMI DRC and to verify whether the support that is being requested is in line with UN human rights due diligence policies. This has been mentioned several times in this Council. It is the duty of this Council to ensure that member states' contributions do not end up in the hands of illegal armed groups, let alone a UN-sanctioned terror group like FDLR. I therefore call for this Council to reconsider becoming enablers of genocidal forces and be tainted by association with their crimes. As you know, Council members, FDLR has committed heinous crimes across the DRC. So any support to any force that is embedded with FDLR would be tainting the UN and its actions. Madam President, I wish to conclude by expressing once again Rwanda's support for regional initiatives, especially the Nairobi and Rwanda peace processes. Rwanda strongly appeals to the international community to support these regional efforts, which focus on political solutions, including the need for political dialogue and the need to permanently address the issues of the FDLR by disarming, demobilizing, and repatriating them to Rwanda. I thank you for your kind attention.